Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the 4th episode on the Harley Davidson Fat Boy. We finished off in yesterday's episode. We've got all the base coat down, so this is dried and settled down really nice now on all these pieces. Now I've just been to the sign shop. I've got some logos cut here. We've got the 33 that needs to go on, and I've got the other piece which goes onto the 114 logo. Now I've got to stencil this out myself on this piece to do the insert of the black on the 114, and then we've got the cubic inches cut out in text to drop on. We've also got to do the pin lining, so I've got 2 rolls of pin line. We've got a 3mm and I've got a 6mm. That's being done today. The actual logo that's going on the side here, I'll pop a picture up in the screen now. We've chosen this one. We'd found this one on Google, and to get this image cut to a stencil, this image has got to be reworked and vectored so you can cut it. So it needs a lot of alterations. It may look crisp on the screen what you're seeing now, but when you put that into a cut file, all the edges on that have to be sharp, else you will get a real nasty image when you go to cut it. So we're having that logo on the sides here. So today we're going to flat all these panels out, drop the pin line in. We're going to put the Lamborghini pearl in on these 3 panels here. We're going to aim to get the 33 done on here. We'll get this one done as well, and I think that's going to wrap it up, guys, because that's going to be a full day just getting these little bits done, the pin lining and that. We'll have to do this logo. I'm having that one worked, so this one's going to be in another episode, but we'll get as much done as we can today. But first thing is to flat all this off, because this base coat's dried down. We need to get this surface keyed up again for the next layer of paint. So just going to go in with a grey Scotch-Brite. If there's any little nibs that need doing, just going to knock it back 1500 on any little nibs of dirt that have just landed in it. Grey Scotch it, and we're good to go. Clean it down, and then we can start working out the logos, the pin line and things like that. So I'll stick you in a time lapse. I'll see you in the first step. Give you a little quick talk through of where we are. I went in with the grey Scotch-Brite and scotched back all the parts, gave them a clean down with panel white, and then you've seen me in the last time lapse. We've dropped the pin line down. Now to get the pin line out, I've got it. You'll first run one tape round, and then you run one either side. You can buy the pin lines where you've got like the 3 layers, 4 layers, and you can run one tape line all the way around and then pull the inners out. But I've not got that. I've gone this way and just done a line in first, and then lined either side, and then pulled the centre one out. So now we've got to mask off this inner, this outer, to drop the pin line in on both of these. Once the black pin line's in, I've got to mask the pin line off, mask back. We'll leave this masking on here, mask the pin line in, and then we can drop the pearl, just the dust of the pearl over the top. Same with this, leave the outer mask, move the pin line in on top of the black, and then just do the pearl over the centre of there, and then that'll be them 2 pieces done. We've got to do the same to the tank. We've got a pin line round and then pin line either side of that line, pull the inner out like I've done these to both sides, and that's how you get your pin line down. So a little bit time consuming because you're trying to level everything up. A little tip for when you're pin lining, if you want to get straight lines and you're coming over the top of something like this, is to pin it. Don't stretch your tape too much, pull a length of tape out, and then you sort of pin here, stand back, and then lower it down in a straight line. Same with this one, lower it down in a straight line, and that's how you'll get your straights. And these are just freehand curves in sort of mirror matching the best I can match the 2 curves up. You can put 1 curve in, you could put application tape, mark your curve, move that over, cut it, and then, but straight in freehand, they are near enough mirror matched, both sides going in freehand. So that's them ones done. I'm going to leave the tank for a minute. I'm going to get these ones masked up. You'll see me tape these up in the next time lapse. Get the masking and all the bagging up on them. I'll get some black mixed and we'll get the black on these 2. Once these 2 are blacked, are pearled, we'll move them out of the way, and then I concentrate on the tank, bring the tank over and start working on the tank. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, a quick update. I didn't film everything. You've seen me do a bit of fine lining, a bit of taping up. I've done tank, so that's the tank all bagged, all fine lined. So the same way as I went with this, 3 layers of fine line, and then you pull the centre one out. So we've got the pin line on there, and then matching, mirror matching this side, we've got the same one, all bagged, ready for the first pass of black. We've got the 33 logo on. That's the stencil on there, and then 2 are masked. So these are the 414s done as well, to have black in the centre. So that's all done. So the next stage on this is to set the airbrush up, get some black base coat, drop the pin line in, then demask the inner of this and the inner of this, and then fine line over the black pin line when that's dried off, and then we can do the Lamborghini pearl over the centre of that, the centre of that, and the centres of these 2 sides on the tank. So quite a bit of time just to get these bits ready for this stage, but this is the first stage of masking. We've got plenty more to come. So I'll see you in the next step when we get the black base coat down. See you in a bit. guys, the noise is my diesel heater. I'm just putting some heat in here just to dry things down. I think now with this pearl that's gone on the top, it looks the absolute nuts when this bike is put back together, because everyone's dropping comments going, oh, it's not a bike colour, because you're looking at a lot of ivory. Everything on this bike, the customer's lost loads of the chrome on it, so it's like, it's either going to be gloss black, matte black with the ivory, and I just think it will look so retro and like old school looking when this is down, when this is all put back together. But I'll give you a little pan round. I think the pearl has made it, it's just give it that two-tone between the two colours. I'll drop a bit of panel wipe on. So that's it with the pearl and the pin line. It's gone down really clean, and you can see the sheen on this. So when you put panel wipe on, it just gives it that little bit of shimmer over the ivory. So you've got the nice gloss ivory here, then it just shimmers over the top. I left the white pearl to sit over the actual pin line, and the pin line, I've done that in 3 colours. I went in with a dark metallic grey, dropped that down, then I went in with a black and just dusted a pass of the black over to darken it off. So you've actually got a metallic pin line in there, black and dark grey metallic pin line, which I think sets it off. Onto the tank, really clean. You've got your nice two-tone again, nice even pin line all the way round. 114 insert done on the black. We've just got the cubic inches to do. I've got the logo for that to put on there and do that in black. I've got the 33 set up. I'm just waiting for some airbrush paint to do this, and the logo to come from the sign shop here. That's going to fill, that will be 100mm deep by 200 wide. The one that was in the image at the beginning of the video, that's what's going on here, and that's all going to be drop shadowed, airbrushed, textured, so this will look like it's standing off the sides of these. You've got your front fender, nice clean pin line all the way over, and then a really nice soft coat of the pearl over the top. So as I say, when you drop the panel wipe over it, it just gives it that two-tone of the ivory again, but just shimmers one up really nice. So once this logo's on here, because the logo's quite dark, you'll get your next sort of layer of colour effect. So you have the logo that will stand out, the pearl that sits behind, then you've got your dark pin line, then you've got your gloss ivory there. I just think it's going to look awesome when it's put back together, guys, especially with the amount of black that's going on this bike. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It was a lot of masking to get this down. Looks quite simple, but it's a lot of masking, and you've seen it at the beginning where you're doing 3 layers of fine line, pulling the inner one out just to get everything clean. But it's gone down really well, so really pleased with that. So I'll see you in the next one. We'll get the logos on, we'll get the 33 airbrushed in, we'll get the cubic inches put in, and then I can start prepping up the filler cap. We've got to scuff all that back, etch primer, build the primers up in that, and then I'm going to do the colours on the filler cap. They will match the actual Harley logo, so it just ties the filler cap in to that piece. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.